Let's be honest for a second. We all love Ayanokoji Kiyotaka. When we first watched Classroom of the Elite, we looked at him and thought, wow, he is so cool. He is Sigma. He is the perfect genius. We idolized his apathy. We admired his ability to treat people like tools. But here is the uncomfortable truth that no one wants to admit. Ayanokoji is not cool. He is not a hero. And he is definitely not someone you should aspire to be. He is broken. Comparing him to Light Yagami or Johan Liebert is a mistake. Light Yagami had a god complex. He wanted to change the world. Johan Liebert wanted to destroy the world to prove a point. But Ayanokoji, he is terrifying for a completely different reason. He doesn't want to rule. He doesn't want to destroy. He is a machine that is desperately trying and failing to understand what it means to be human. In this video, we are not just going to recount the story of Class D. We are going to rip off the mask of the White Room masterpiece and expose the tragic, empty reality of anime's most popular sociopath. To understand the monster, we have to look at his camouflage. In the first episode, Ayanokoji does something statistically impossible. On his entrance exams, he scores exactly 50 out of 100 on every single subject. Most people watch this scene and think he's just hiding his power, but let's analyze the math behind this. To get exactly 50 on a math test is easy, but to get exactly 50 on history, on literature, on essay questions where the grading is subjective, that requires a level of calculation that borders on precognition. He didn't just study the material, he studied the teachers who graded the material. He crafted the perfect mask of mediocrity. Why? Because Ayanokoji understands a fundamental law of power that characters like Light Yagami ignored. Attention is dangerous. Light Yagami wanted to be known as Kira. He had an ego. Ayanokoji has zero ego. He realizes that the true puppet master is the one who sits in the back of the class, looking at his phone, while everyone else fights for the spotlight. He deliberately chose to be placed in Class D, the class of defectives. Think about the arrogance of that decision. He looked at the school's hierarchy and said, I don't need to be in Class A to win. I can win from the bottom. But this mask of averageness slips in the most subtle ways. Look at his eyes. The animators of Classroom of the Elite did something brilliant. While every other character has shining, expressive eyes, Ayanokoji's eyes have a specific dead gradient. They don't reflect light. This isn't just an artistic choice. It is psychological storytelling. It tells us that while his brain is working at 200%, his soul is effectively dead. Now, let's talk about his relationships, or rather, his parasites. Ayanokoji does not build connections. He builds shields, and his strongest shield was Suzune Horikita. For the vast majority of Season 1, the audience was tricked. We thought this was a story about a quiet boy helping an ambitious girl reach the top. We thought he was kind. We thought he was selfless. When he gave her the credit for solving the pseudo case, we clapped. We thought, what a humble guy. But this wasn't kindness. This was the most ruthless Machiavellian tactic I have ever seen in anime. By giving Horikita the credit, he wasn't being nice. He was painting a target on her back. He turned her into the leader so that if anyone attacked Class D, they would attack her, not him. He used her ambition against her. She wanted to be acknowledged by her brother, and Ayanokoji dangled that validation in front of her like a carrot on a stick. He groomed her. He isolated her. He made her dependent on his intellect, all while staying in the shadows. This culminates in the island exam arc. This arc is where the high school drama ends and the psychological horror begins. While everyone else was playing survival, trying to find food and water, Ayanokoji was playing 4D chess with the school's rules. He didn't just outsmart the other classes, he fundamentally broke the game. But the scary part isn't that he won. The scary part is how he felt about it. Nothing. When Horikita comes to thank him at the end of the season, showing genuine vulnerability, showing that she finally trusts him, he destroys the entire premise of the show in one monologue. He looks at her, not with friendship, not with pride, but with the cold calculation of a butcher looking at a piece of meat. All people are nothing but tools.
But Horikita, I've never considered you an ally. Not even for a second. Not you, not Kushida, not Hirata. People are nothing but tools to me.
This line is famous for being edgy, but psychologically, it is tragic. It proves that Ayanokoji is incapable of seeing human value. To him, a human being is no different from a screwdriver or a hammer. Use it until it breaks, then discard it. This is not strength, guys. This is a severe psychological defect caused by extreme trauma.
All of them. I don't care what I have to do to win. I don't care what I have to sacrifice. In this world, winning is everything. And in the end, I'm going to win.
But to truly understand why Ayanokoji is tragic and not just cool, we have to ask the most important question. Where did he come from? He wasn't born this way. This is where he differs from a character like Johan Liebert. Johan was born a monster. He is pure, inexplicable evil. But Ayanokoji is a product of manufacturing. He is the sole survivor of the White Room. Imagine a facility where children are not treated as humans, but as data points. No love, no names, just endless training, endless testing, and endless punishment. If you fail, you disappear. If you cry, you are ignored. The only way to survive is to shut down your emotions completely. Ayanokoji didn't choose to be a sociopath. He had to become one to survive. His poker face isn't a style choice. It is a survival mechanism. He learned that emotions are weaknesses that can be exploited by the enemy. So when he arrives at the advanced, nurturing high school, he isn't trying to conquer it like Light Yagami. He is trying to experience the one thing he never had: freedom. He wants to know what it feels like to have friends, to eat ice cream, to talk about nothing. But here lies the ultimate tragedy of his character. He is incapable of enjoying it. The White Room programming is too deep. Even when he tries to be normal, his brain automatically assesses everyone as a threat or a tool. He is a machine that wants to be human, but can't turn off its own operating system. This brings us to the inevitable comparison. Who is the better psychopath, Ayanokoji or Johan? The answer reveals why Ayanokoji is so fascinating. Johan Liebert uses manipulation to destroy people. He wants to watch the world burn because he believes life is meaningless. He is the Antichrist. Ayanokoji uses manipulation to protect himself. He doesn't want to destroy the world. He just wants to secure his own safety within it. He is not evil. He is purely efficient. If Johan is a monster, then Ayanokoji is a computer, and that is arguably scarier. You can hate a monster, you can fight a monster, but how do you fight a computer that has calculated your defeat 10 steps before you even moved? When Ayanokoji fought Ryuin on the rooftop in Season 2, he didn't feel anger. He didn't feel the thrill of battle. He beat 4 people to a pulp with the same emotional expression as someone doing their laundry. To him, violence is just another equation to solve. So why do we call him a Dumbas or a tragedy? Because despite his genius, despite his physical perfection, despite winning every battle, Ayanokoji is losing the war for his own soul. He escaped the White Room physically, but mentally, he is still trapped inside those 4 walls. Every interaction he has is fake. Every smile is rehearsed. He is the loneliest character in anime history because he is the only one who knows that his connections are all lies. So, the next time you see an edit of Ayanokoji looking cool and Sigma, remember what you are actually looking at. You are not looking at a hero. You are looking at a child who was broken so badly that he forgot how to be human. He is not a role model. He is a warning. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mind of the perfect human, make sure to subscribe. Next time, we will explore the psychology of a man who sacrificed everything for a dream. Griffith from Berserk. Thanks for watching.
I'd like to pose an interesting question. Are all human beings truly equal? These days, everywhere you go, there's talk about the fight for equality. As a wise man once said, heaven does not create one person above or below another. People like to throw his words around.